What are you thinking? I'm going to say hi to the people in the super chat and the inner circles and people in the chat. We'll get started just in a few seconds. Hello, Bill. That's Health and Aiders. Hi, Melody, Craig, Kai, John, Melody again. I love you guys. I appreciate you always for this love and support and tuning in. That is so awesome. And we'll get started just here in a few seconds. Yeah, my watch turns black, you know what I mean? And then I can't see the second hand. So stream couldn't be created. Try again. What happened? Can you guys still see me? I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going. I can't even see anything now. So here we go. What are you thinking? Seriously, what are you thinking? Here's what I tell you you're thinking. Exactly what I did when I was young. See, a lot of people don't even recognize it, but what we do is we're actually getting programmed. If I said pop, pop, fizz, fizz, a lot of people go, oh, what a relief it is. It's like, it's the real thing. All of a sudden you say these little slogans, and all of a sudden, da, 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 I'm loving it. We hear one sound and immediately we know what the commercial is. We know what the brand is. We know with everything. But no one wants to admit that they're thinking things that they make us think. They programmed us. And here's what I mean. So when I grew up, you become who you hang around. And what people did is very, very simple. They got a job. Now, where I grew up I graduated in 1980 in Williston, North Dakota. There wasn't a lot of people that were focused on education. Why? They wasn't focused on education because the goal was getting a job, possibly getting married, possibly having children, possibly owning a home. And so there's the programming, right? And so I know I'm going to find a lot of people that are a lot younger than me in the new ages. The American dream is dead. Now, well, if you play by the programming, yes, it is. If you play by the tax rules, yes, it is. And for me, I don't know if I was blessed or whatever. I just remember being in a very dark place, like almost to the position of why in the hell am I doing all this? You know what I mean? I'm working my ass off. I'm working overtime. I'm spending this time commuting in traffic. It's crazy. I was just like, I get it. I get it. Why? People are just like, hey, I feel like I'm a robot. I'm just going through every day. But here's the seriousness of what I want to share with you. I always thought this, but I never could figure out. So I seen people when I throughout my life have really, really nice cars, nice homes. They travel the world. They seem like they're winning. And so when you look at social media today, who are the biggest reality people? It's like these people are like crushing it. They are crushing it. Being involved in reality shows or being influencers, YouTubers, they are crushing it. And let me share with you right away, like why I say, what are you thinking? Because see, what everybody does is like, well, they can do it. Well, I can't do that. And what we do is we constantly are thinking, what are you thinking? We're constantly thinking, not us. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good looking enough. All of the things, that we say. I'm not a people person. I'm not very good with technology. And so we're programmed to just get a job. Most of the people I see today are, they're like, Uber, or doing DoorDash or some kind of social media deal where, they're doing that. But if you haven't noticed, the world has changed. The world has changed big time. The just thought of Amazon. How many products does Amazon have? Do you guys know old thinking? Walmart was the villain. Walmart was Darth Vader, right? Because Walmart was choking up all the little stores because the Sam Walton, here's the idea that he had. You can see if you can really follow this idea. Is Sam Walton said, what if I could go to stores, I mean, places, manufacturers that make things, right? And if I bought them in bigger quantities, really bigger quantities, then I could offer the same product for less, right? And that's his slogan, right? Well, then everyone got really mad at him because, wow, you're killing small business. You know what I mean? And it was true. It was so, so true that it was killing small businesses. Amazon flipped that on their head. See, Amazon basically is 70% or more of the businesses that are on Amazon are other companies. They have nothing to do with Amazon instead of using their platform. Now, here's another one. We all know about, getting a room at a hotel or God, the hotel motel is like, and all of a sudden, someday, one guy went, what if we could put this back into people's hands? What if we could do Airbnbs? What? Yeah, what if we could allow people to rent rooms and rent out their property and they would get, better service, better personal service instead of going to a hotel? Why don't we find ways to monetize things that are already out there? And see, I was around when this first came out, and people are like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to do an Airbnb and let someone stay in my room. What are you talking about? Now, there's what? Vibro or whatever, I'm saying the names. But now there's all these apps that now people are making additional incomes by using Airbnb or other ones like that. And they were like these massive shifts. Of course, the next one I love talking about is Uber. To think that one day someone got up and here's for you guys, what are you thinking? It's like all of a sudden, it's like when someone comes out with a newer idea, you just say it's bullshit, right? This is bullshit. Instead of realizing that your programming is saying it's bullshit, you're not saying it's bullshit. And so all of a sudden, people say, well, listen, what if we used Uber instead of doing a taxi cab? What are you talking about? Well, what if a person could make extra money, not only being like a taxi cab driver, but they could do more personal customer service. And then we could actually have things delivered immediately, like DoorDash. And now Ubers and DoorDashes and all these companies they'll go pick up anything for you. They'll pick up anything for you. So it's like, wait a minute. I no longer have to get ready, get in my car, go pick something up and then bring it back. It's like someone will come bring it to me, shop for me. Now, see, I know the majority of the world goes, oh, this is stupid. It costs too much money and this is dumb. Then why are they billions? Why are they making billions and billions of dollars of what you think? Did you catch that? These ideas are making billions of dollars, helping people supplement and replace their incomes, giving them freedom, and the masses are always the same. The masses are, well, I'm not going to do that, and that ain't going to work. What the hell is wrong with you? Seriously. Because people said this about the internet. Oh my God, the internet's going to destroy the world. It didn't. It didn't. I always use this phrase, party like it's 1999, 2000, we're out of time. Because the world is supposed to end because all the computers are going to end in 2000. That's why we needed the party like it's 1999. Some of you that watch this video live or recorded weren't even born then. All right. So what is my big point here? My big point here is as the world evolves, as the world changes, the only consistency in the world is it changes. And we've seen that with 9/11. We've seen that with COVID. It's like now we're seeing it with presidential elections. The world is changing. And the news and the media and all the people want to make opinions of it because this never happened again. This never happened again. First time in history. This is a record. Come on, you guys. This is constant, constant, constant. So my point is, what are you thinking? Is all of a sudden, I'm telling you, I am the luckiest person on the planet. The luckiest person on the planet because I got hurt on the job. They told me I couldn't be a mechanic anymore. I was on workman's comp, and now I get the time to think, just like on COVID, right? And I'm going, wow, I went to college. I got the degree. I got the certificates. I'm a master automotive technician. I'm working for the number one dealership in the world. I figured out how to make the most money I could make as an auto mechanic. I couldn't go any further. I couldn't go any higher. So I would say, and for those of you that you think I'm beating you up, I'm just trying to wake you up. I'm trying to get you to pull your head out of your ass. That's what I'm trying to do. Is instead of complaining about all the stuff that's bad, then why don't you focus on the people that are looking? My son shared with me a video where this guy took a piece of pie, a pumpkin pie, and they were asking it to divide it between all the middle class and the poor and the upper middle class and the wealthy and then the one percenters, right? And yeah, if you guys don't realize it, 9 slices of the pie goes to the wealthy. And out of the 1%, 4 of those pieces of pie goes to the 1% out of 10 pieces of pie? Yeah. But here's my point. There was one guy that I loved on that video because everybody's going, that's wrong. And, blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? And there was one guy that looked at him and said, I want to know what those guys are doing. I want to meet those guys. And so I was really, really honored to work with a guy that was a billionaire named Roger Penske, but I didn't want to just be one of his employees. So then I met a guy, I have a cast on my leg. I'm on workman's comp. And he started sharing with me some stuff I have never, ever, ever heard of. Ever heard of. The first thing that he shared with me was this book, The Greatest Miracle in the World by Og Mandino. And all of a sudden I realized that there were some people that wrote books that helped you think differently about yourself. See, if everything's already going great and you're happy and you're fulfilled, you don't have to worry about money, your relationships and your health is awesome, your connection with a higher power is awesome, you're the luckiest person in the world, this video ain't for you. And don't get mad at me. You probably can't see and hear me because your head's up your ass. Let me explain this so you don't get mad at me. Because I was that person. I knew everything. I was a right fighter. I wanted to prove my dominance on everyone. I was making above average income, so my ego was way out of there. My head couldn't fit in a frickin' room. If you didn't want to know how great I was or how much I knew or how of a wonderful person I am, I. It's like, that's what I was brought up around. I was brought up in a system where to be above average, you needed to be competitive. It was a dog eat dog world. If you wanted to beat somebody, you worked harder than them. You did more things than them. You went the extra mile. It was all competitive. Man, employees love that. Companies love competitive employees. But then I read this book and it allowed me to look at myself differently. See, now I didn't look at myself as not enough, not worthy. My learned hopelessness, my victim. Oh my God, I grew up with no parents and I got put in a foster home, hanging around with wrong people. Then I ended up in a penitentiary, and woe is me. It's my parents, it's the government, it's the world. See, it's like, man, I was in it. I was in it. You can always tell when you talk to people when they go off telling you a story about how their life is all awful. I don't have any hope. I didn't have any chance. I have no friends. I have no family support. I don't have any spouse support. It's like All they do is constantly complain about things that are out of their control. I met a guy, not that money is everything, but without money, you don't have anything. So money doesn't buy happiness, but neither does poverty. So I meet this guy that was actually say he didn't say listen to me. He said, "Listen, I met this guy that makes millions and millions of dollars and he told me to read this book." Then after reading that book, he said, "Listen, I want you to read The Science of Getting Rich." It was written in 1910 by Wallace Wattles. Still to this date, listen, you guys, still to this date, the biggest podcasters, the biggest influencers, the biggest YouTubers, when they write about their 5 best books, these two are not in the books. That's mind-boggling to me. So a guy named Andrew Carnegie became one of America's first billionaires. Read that book, The Science of Getting Rich. It was the one that inspired The Secret. That's the one where Oprah and Ellen and Larry King and all these people. So a girl named Rhonda Byrne read a book that I can give you for free, or the person that sends you this can say you probably will see it below because Craig's so amazing. Uh, but bottom line, you read this book and it says you need to change your thinking. What are you thinking? From competitive to creative. See, now all of a sudden it goes, why can't people help me? To all of a sudden it's like, wow, how can I be the service to others? The way to greatness is the service of others. You want to get out of your shitty mood? Help somebody. Go to a children's hospital. Go to a elderly home. Connect with people that need help. When you're helping other people, you stop thinking about you. What a concept, right? All right. Sorta needs to be rebirthed in this country for sure. So now all of a sudden in the world, totally world, because I've traveled the world, people think hopelessness there too. I don't have a shot. No one gives a care. The government sucks. Everything. I was taught by very successful people how to build my own economy. So you can YouTube this. You can look it up on Wikipedia. The Secret. Rhonda Byrne read the book, The Science of Getting Rich. Step 2, she was blown away with what was in it. So then what she did is she actually searched the internet to find out other people that gave their success to this book. Like I shared with you, Andrew Carnegie became a billionaire, the steel industry. And then the next thing he did is he hired a cub reporter named Napoleon Hill. And he spent the next 20 years of his life going out and interviewing the most successful people on the planet and asking them what was the things. Now, when they found out what all the 500 people had in common, they had 3 things in common. Why wasn't this taught in school? Why don't you know this right now? Interesting. First one, I love it, man, is you don't need to be smart. You do not need to be smart. This bullshit about getting a degree at a major university and you got to be smart. No, you do not. You do not. You can use other people's ideas. You want to hear a great one? Have you heard of McDonald's? That wasn't Ray Kroc's idea. You should see the documentary. I love watching documentaries of winners instead of people that are losers, right? So Ray Kroc found the McDonald's brothers in San Bernardino, California. And when he seen they came up with this concept called fast food, because people would go to a restaurant and then you'd have to wait until you had to order it, wait, and then wait for it to get cooked, and then see how fast you could slam it down, to get back to work. So he came up with this concept of, wow, what if you could make a system to actually make food faster? And they did. Ray Kroc was a milkshake salesperson. So he turns around, sees this, and says, you know what? This is the most best idea I've ever seen. Will you allow me to market your idea in franchising? And they said, yeah. And he started doing it. And then all of a sudden they said, hang on, hang on, hang on. We want to do something different. We don't know if we want to do this. And they didn't even trademark their name. So Ray Kroc even took their name. Now, Do you know what franchise did this first? Not McDonald's. Not McDonald's. It was already an idea, and people went, "Wow, look at that idea." You wanna talk about automobiles? This is when I heard this stuff, just realizing that I don't need to be smart, college educated, have a high Q. This was one of the big ones for me, right? So then all of a sudden I look at it and I'm going, wow, you could actually do something. So Henry Ford, first company that made cars was Mercedes-Benz in Germany. He looked at the concept. He decided to come up with a what it's called a factory assembly line is what he should be known for. And what he did is he just made a very inexpensive car, and he made as many as he could as fast as he could. Another billionaire. By the way, couldn't read, couldn't write. No math, no reading, no arithmetic, no math, no nothing. Became a billionaire. Why? He took somebody else's idea and he just made a better mousetrap. He just made a better mousetrap. Steve Jobs, when he created Apple, there was already an MP3 player. There's already an MP3 player. Put digital stuff on a hard drive, little hard drive that you hold in your hand. I think I got one. Check this out. I wonder how damn old this is. So, a lot of personal development on there. But my point really, really quickly is that he just made innovation. What he did is he made it easier. Steve Jobs had the vision, the imagination that this should be your mouse right here. This should be your mouse. And now you know what they're saying the mouse is going to be, and it's already created your eyes, where you look. Now they can track your eyes. They can see what you're thinking. They can see where you're going. It's like amazing, amazing. Okay. So again, you do not have to be smart. The next thing is this concept of you need money. You need money. Got to have money to make money. Got to have money to make money. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Who told you that? Who told you that? It's a lie. I've been working with companies for years that allow you now because of what's called affiliate marketing. Everyone does it. Amazon, Walmart, CVS, everyone does it. Apple, Tesla, Robinhood, credit card, Visa card, American Express. All these companies do it. Hey, refer this link and we'll give you some money. We'll give you some trips. We'll give you some stuff that you can trade. Referral programs, MCI, friends and family. But today, people are making millions of dollars off affiliate links. But for those of you that are watching this video, all they did was find an affiliate program, try the product out. If they like the product and they like it better, now they can share all over social media. Don't have to use a video or your voice or even your face. And so now there's people out there that all they're doing is signing up as an affiliate for free and then finding products they already love and then very simply taking those products and sharing them with others and getting paid. Yeah, this wasn't taught in school. So you don't need money to make money. Last but not least, this one was one of my hardest ones, man, is I always thought to make more money, I had to have more skills. I had to have more education. I had to work harder. If people make more than me, they're working harder than me. They are not. They're not working at all. Robert, come on, man. Yeah, I had stupid thinking. I had my head up my ass. I don't know how this works. If you knew how it worked, you'd be making that kind of money. Of course you don't understand. That is if there's a pet peeve that I have right now for people in the world, is they actually are ignorant and stupid enough to think that if they can't think it, it's not possible. Jesus Christ. Just when I say that to you, I hope you go, wow, I didn't realize that I was doing this. Like, why can't you come up with a simple thought in your head? And here's the thought. I don't know everything. don't know everything. It's pretty obvious that the people that have a freedom and traveling the world and flying around in private jets and driving the nice cars and having beautiful homes, not worried about money, they gotta know something different than you. So you know what we do? We do that very thing. Wow, it's because they had money and they're smart and they worked their asses off. What's more important, working your ass off or your family? You got to have time for your creator, God, your family, and then you got to work your ass off. I don't have any time. I'm too busy. I'm too busy struggling. I'm too busy living paycheck to paycheck. I'm too busy to learn something unique and different. Yeah, that was me. If I wouldn't have got hurt and put on workman's comp and then told that I probably would never be a mechanic again, I would have never even looked at this stuff. I'd still be a mechanic today, struggling my ass off. We're pretty stubborn. We're pretty what is it? Yeah, we're just, haters. We think we know it all, and if someone says they know more than us, we call bullshit on them, and then we throw them underneath the bus. That is so bizarre, right? So then all of a sudden I heard this phrase called work smarter instead of harder. What? He goes, Robert, you know how I made $62,000 last month? I don't have a freaking clue. I don't have a clue. I got 30,000 people responsible for my income. Some people have 30,000 employees, some people have 30,000 stock people that invested in their stock. There's people out there that have freedom and wealth, abundance of wealth. This wealth where you hear about it talked all the time on TV, 99%, 99% against the 1%. 1% has more than everybody. Yeah, yeah. And the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It's not because of the economics. It's not because of the government that they use, either capitalist or socialist or whatever. It's just some people get around people that think different. And today there's a podcast about that. There's a podcast about that. There's a YouTube on that. We live in a world today where if you are born poor or born in trauma or born in anything that's struggling and not fair, that's awful. And I'm sorry that happened to me. And I'm sorry that you're in that position right now. When someone tells you where to find the information to change every area of your life, when you stay there, that's your fault. See, that's called stupidity. That's called stupidity. And so now all of a sudden I started hearing other things. How did you get 30,000 people responsible for your income? Oh my God, this is crazy. You're never going to believe that. Listen to this. Instead of buying stuff from Walmart, Target, Costco. Wow, Costco reinvent the wheel? Yeah, we can just put stuff in warehouses and get people to give us billions a year to get a Costco membership. And then using all that buying power, we can just put pallets of it in a warehouse, let people serve theirself. Yeah. How many people heard about Costco and went, that's stupid. You just put stuff in bulk and put it in a warehouse? See, Amazon was stupid. What do you mean? Everyone's not going to buy stuff off the internet. Nobody's going to do that. What grew after Amazon? FedEx and UPS and the mail service. People are driven around convenience. Okay. So, not to get lost where I'm going, right? So, this leverage I've never heard of, you know what I mean? Where I could actually teach people like you how to make extra income by just moving your products that you already buy from, Walmart and Target and Amazon and Costco. And you can just move the buying power over. And then as we build an organization, a membership, a subscription model, a community, a movement, then all of a sudden we're taking all that money that was already spent there and then we're bringing it over here. And we're not only teaching you how to make extra income, but you're using better quality products that you couldn't afford in the past. Because that's what's cool about this model is why not use the very best products? Well, I can't afford them. I'll show you how to get them for free. What? Yeah, and then I'll show you how to add money to your budget, make extra income, and then I'll show you how to make that grow. I've never heard of this. Well, if you did, would you do it? So, the Rockefellers, the people like that, all of a sudden I started, going through these books and I'm finding out, wow, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. So now all of a sudden it's like, OPI, other people's ideas. Okay, this is not my idea. This affiliate, someone was smarter than me that came up with this affiliate thing. And then OPM, other people's money. What do you mean? What do you mean? I can become an affiliate and just share a link and then they use their money to buy a product. And then when they buy a product and the company buys it, they send me a check. Wow. 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 I never thought of that. And then OP, OP, other people's other people's ideas, other people's money, and then other people's efforts, OPE. And then all of a sudden I went, wow, everyone that has a lifestyle. See, me, money is cool, but I wouldn't want to make 100,000, 200,000 a year and not have a life. See, freedom's more important than for me. Freedom is way important. I want to see the world before it disappears. And so now you got that whole mentality where you're going, wow, so if I help other people and expose them to this and they start earning income and getting their company, getting their people, then it's other people's efforts, right? Now, all of a sudden, I have 10,000 people responsible for my income. Now, they're building their imagination, their freedom, their cash flow. And while they're doing that, I have free time and make millions a year. That's the other one. Residual income. Residual income. Do you know that Seinfeld now is a billionaire? Do you know that Jennifer Aniston makes $30 million a year off residuals? So when you know these things that other people have used to not only get freedom and a credible lifestyle, be able to have enough money to pay for not only health care for your family, but find the very, very best health care. People that don't have money, it's not fair. It's not fair. And I used to be there. But I realized the why I was there is because what I was thinking. This is a scam. This doesn't work. I heard of this negative stuff. And it's like, don't you guys realize it's in everything? It's everything. So I did a video called Have or Have Nots. What's the difference? But when you change your thinking, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you get your results changed. It's like this thing. When you think different, then things happen. See, some people don't think that would ever be a good enough boyfriend or girlfriend. You better find out how valuable you are, how unique you are. You know what? You're a miracle. You're very unique. No one's got your DNA. Stop being like everybody else. Learn to be you. Learn to be you. And now when you get to know you and you start trusting yourself and you build your self-esteem, you start building your confidence. Now all of a sudden you're going to feel worthy. You're going to feel enough. And now finding that ideal partner is not that hard of a deal because they will be looking for you. They were going, what the hell? That person's got their shit going on. They're happy, they're optimistic, they drive nice vehicles, they're always in a different country. It's like, wow, wow. Got it? Yeah. It changes your health aspect because now you can find the best physicians and the best update AI, get scans, figure out everything's wrong. Why wouldn't you want to pay for the best healthcare for you and your family? I don't know. Wouldn't you like to give money? See, there's this concept in the world that, they say that there's more joy in giving than receiving. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. I went from the achievement. You know what I mean? You see behind me all the trophies. It was me. It was focused. I was competitive. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to, get trophies and beat other people. That was the science of achievement, like the science of, getting rich. Then all of a sudden I'm like, wow, how about the art of fulfillment? How about the art of fulfillment? I wouldn't have heard that word being a mechanic. I ain't sitting around a bunch of mechanics having a beer, smashing a beer can on my head. Hey, are you focused on the art of fulfillment? It's like, what the hell are you talking about? My thinking changed my relationship with my wife and my children. It touches every area of your life. We live in the best times in the world, but you don't think you do because of what you are thinking. Isn't it obvious that the people that have think different than the people that have not? The one thing that they think that people don't like to hear is, foreigners, will travel miles, hiking to get to this country. Why would they want to get to this country? It's a land of opportunity. You can go to America and be something. Uh, do me a favor, if you do find a way to get in the country, yeah, don't talk to the people that live here. Why? They're gonna tell you that the opportunity's gone. They're gonna tell you, "Hey, it's gone. The government took it away. My parents took it away." It's like, why is there still young people winning today? I seen a kid on the news today. I think he won $50,000. And so 3 years ago, he was like not even in the top 100 people on the spelling bee. Next year, I think he slid into 100. This year, he won it. Yeah, yeah. And it's funny. He stood up there. He said he was from Florida, and he had a little red dot on his forehead. Yeah, interesting, huh? When's the last time that an American kid won the spelling bee? Geez, I bet I touched a nerve there. It's like some people look at where we live in, and there's two ways of thinking, right? Some people go, "Oh my God, I'm lucky, I'm blessed, I'm grateful. I'm so happy and grateful. Oh my God, thank you for everything." And then you got the other people that think a little different. Same shit, different day. My life sucks. I'm ugly. I'm alone. I'm depressed. Everybody's out to get me. I got no chance. What if there was a way to change your thinking? See, I really thought back in the day too was a little bit of bullshit. But I was making a commitment to my mentor, and I said, "Listen, I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do. I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do for a year. And if it doesn't work, I'm coming to kick your ass." And he goes, "Game on, man. Here's my driver's license. Write down my address." So, if you want things to change, you got to change. And if not you, then who? If not this, then what? And if not now, when? So you can plug into my YouTube channel. Craig has been amazing, but you can go to roberthollis.com or go to youtube.com/ Robert Hollis. You can go to roberthollis.com/free. Get my book. How is that working? Rat Race to Freedom. People loved my story from rags to riches. So people kept saying you need to write a book about it. And a friend of mine, Max Meller, did that. So it's on Amazon, also in Spanish, and also Audible. But you can get the digital book for free. What else? Tomorrow, you might say, "Hey, this guy's out of his rocker. I don't think he's telling the truth." So now you can come on and ask me anything. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific, you can come on and ask me anything. I do one every Saturday, been doing them for years. You don't want to come on there live or just watch it on YouTube, then check out any of the recordings. We have over 2,000 videos and 1 million views. So I believe in you. I'm glad that someone believed in me. And someone said, "Robert, if you knew what I knew, you could get what I got." And that made sense to me. That made sense to me. I needed to change the way I thought and the way I was thinking about the world, people, and myself. So when I did that, my world changed. Now I'm in control of my economy. What a concept, right? Doesn't make a difference who's get elected or which country I'm in. I can do my business from this phone in 200 countries. Just travel around the world, teach other people these wisdoms, unlimited wisdom, and then change their lives. But when the student's ready, the teacher appears. And I hope that's you. I hope you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and are willing to learn the things that other people know because there's people winning every day. You got to find out what they're doing and do it. So if no one's giving you permission to be successful and happy, let me do that. My mentors did that for me. I believe in you. I love and appreciate you. And please do me a favor, subscribe on the video. Click that bell to get more notifications. We try to do a video or two every day. I actually been doing a extra video a day right now called on investing, and Coach Bob, my dear friend, came up with another concept. He says, Robert, man, you can teach people how to lose a lot of weight really, really fast. And I now have my confidence on that as well. So yeah, things are going great. So share this video if you believe that it would help somebody. And again, take care and God bless and look to find you soon.